The sun, a dying ember in the blood-red sky, cast long, skeletal shadows across the desolate wasteland. Dante, his spirit as parched as the cracked earth beneath his feet, stumbled onward, a lone figure swallowed by the encroaching twilight. His path, once clear and vibrant, had become a treacherous maze of shifting sands, the echoes of past choices whispering accusations on the wind. His descent began not in a single, sudden plunge, but in 1,000 tiny betrayals of his own soul. The relentless pursuit of ambition, a siren song that had lured him away from the melody of his true calling. The fleeting pleasures, fleeting as the desert wind, leaving behind a hollowness that no indulgence could fill. The isolation, a self-imposed exile from the warmth of genuine connection, a consequence of prioritizing power and fleeting thrills over the enduring solace of friendship. Regret, a venomous serpent coiled around his heart, gnawed at him with every step. The abandoned manuscript, a testament to dreams left unrealized, was a constant reminder of unfulfilled potential. The tear-stained face of a child, a memory he desperately tried to outrun, echoed the broken promises that haunted him. The silent deathbed of a parent, a final goodbye never uttered, was a festering wound that refused to heal. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, skeletal shadows across the wasteland, Dante stumbled upon the edge of a dense, primeval forest. Its ancient trees, gnarled and twisted like the claws of a monstrous beast, clawed at the blood-red sky. The air hung heavy with the scent of decay, a tangible manifestation of the darkness festering within him. Hesitantly, Dante stepped into the forest, the sunlight swallowed by the dense canopy overhead. The once vibrant green of the leaves had morphed into a sickly, yellowish hue, and the silence was broken only by the rustle of unseen creatures and the unsettling creak of branches groaning under their own weight. Suddenly, a sleek leopard, its eyes burning with an emerald fire, emerged from the undergrowth. Its swift, silent movements mirrored the fleeting pleasures that had consumed Dante, a fleeting reminder of the path he had strayed from. A thunderous roar echoed through the forest as a ferocious lion, its mane a cascade of golden fury, charged towards him. This was the embodiment of his insatiable hunger for power and recognition, a monstrous reflection of the ambition that had devoured his sense of purpose. Finally, a monstrous she-wolf, her eyes glinting with malice, emerged from the shadows. Her presence mirrored the moral decay that had crept into his soul, a chilling premonition of the horrors that awaited him within the depths of the forest. Overcome with despair, Dante stumbled deeper into the forest, its oppressive embrace swallowing him whole. The path ahead vanished into the dense undergrowth, a stark reflection of the confusion and disorientation that gnawed at his soul. This was the descent, a journey into the wilderness of his own moral compass, a crucible where he would confront the monstrous consequences of his choices. As he ventured deeper, the air grew thick and stagnant, sunlight barely penetrating the tangled canopy overhead. The forest floor, carpeted with a thick layer of decaying leaves, squelched under his feet like a living, breathing entity. It was a place of perpetual twilight, where the shadows seemed to writhe and contort, taking on menacing shapes that mirrored the anxieties gnawing at his soul. Fear, a cold, constricting sensation, gripped him. He felt utterly lost, disoriented within this oppressive landscape. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig, sent shivers down his spine. Grotesque creatures emerged from the shadows, their forms twisted reflections of his choices. Slithering serpents, embodiment of envy, slithered through the muck, their venomous whispers reminding him of the grudges he harbored and the relationships he poisoned. Bloated toads, bloated with the sin of gluttony, croaked their approval of his past indulgences, tempting him to wallow in self-pity. He encountered monstrous spiders, their webs symbolizing the lies he had spun and the deceit he had woven. Their spindly legs clawed at him, a chilling reminder of the tangled mess he had made of his life. Harpies, their screeching a manifestation of the anger and resentment that festered within him, swooped down from the twisted branches, their sharp talons tearing at his conscience. The deeper he ventured, the more the forest seemed to transform into a labyrinth of his own making. The air grew thick with the stench of decay, mirroring the putrefaction of his soul. Grotesque fungi sprouted from the damp earth, their sickly luminescence casting an eerie glow on the twisted branches that reached towards him like skeletal fingers. He stumbled upon a stagnant swamp, its fetid waters reflecting the distorted image of his own face. Here, monstrous frogs croaked their disapproval, their bulging eyes mirroring his own self-loathing. As he waded through the muck, he felt himself sinking, the weight of his choices threatening to drag him down into the depths of despair. Suddenly, a towering mountain emerged from the mist, its peaks shrouded in perpetual darkness. This was the Mountain of Sloth, its arduous ascent a metaphor for the inertia that had gripped him for so long. The path was littered with the bones of those who had succumbed to apathy, a stark warning of the fate that awaited him if he failed to overcome his lethargy. As he began his climb, the air grew thin, and exhaustion gnawed at his resolve. Yet, with each step, a flicker of hope rekindled within him. He persevered, each step a victory over his own self-doubt. Reaching the summit, Dante was rewarded with a breathtaking vista. The forest, once an oppressive labyrinth, now stretched out before him like a troubled sea, its depths illuminated by the first rays of dawn. It was a sight both humbling and inspiring, a reminder of the vastness of his journey and the possibility of redemption. But even as the first rays of hope pierced the darkness, a faint tremor shook the ground beneath his feet. A distant, mournful howl echoed through the forest, a chilling premonition of the trials that lay ahead. In the swirling mist at the far edge of the horizon, a faint, ominous glow pulsed, a stark reminder that the true test had only just begun. As he stood there, the weight of the forest's lessons heavy upon him, a figure emerged from the mist. Cloaked in an ethereal glow, the figure approached, its form solidifying into the stern visage of Virgil, the Roman poet. His presence, though unexpected, offered a glimmer of solace, a promise of guidance through the trials that awaited. "The forest may be behind you, Dante," Virgil spoke, his voice a soothing balm after the cacophony of the dark wood. "But the path ahead is fraught with even greater challenges. Prepare yourself, for your journey into the depths of hell has only just begun." With a heavy heart, yet a newfound resolve, Dante turned away from the vista, the first rays of dawn painting his face with a mixture of hope and trepidation. He knew the forest was but a prelude, a crucible that had forged him anew. Now, he would descend into the very heart of darkness, his spirit forever marked by the trials he had overcome, yet forever striving towards the light that flickered at the end of a path far more perilous than the one he had just traversed. The dark forest was merely the beginning. Thank you for watching. Please comment below what you would like to see next.